Hi everyone. I have to follow up with a little mistake I made yesterday. One of my Russian subscribers actually mentioned to me that I haven't included something I've been talking about several times. I had review of Touche Eclair, Yves Saint Laurent. I also did Illuminizer Dior show. Flash Illuminizer it's called. And for some reason I didn't include them. I think because where they stored in my makeup thing, they are where all the eye sort of brows and all of that stuff. And I also use them mainly as primers for eyes, but by also like highlighters. And this is most probably the best in terms of highlighting and priming this area for under eyes and under here, over the brows, in the middle of that, I don't know what's it called, maybe just a little middle of the forehead, cupid bow, a bit of here, and those sort of areas. It's used like semi-concealer highlighter, so I haven't actually thought about it as a concealer in this sense, also partially because Peter Phillips, who's Dior makeup artist, all of his videos he's using this as a concealer, and then he's using Flash Illuminizer as addition just for light reflection. I keep putting it on. I love it. This is a beautiful product. And to prime your eyes. So for me, it was a little bit of a confusion. I apologize for that. I was so upset today and I thought, how could I forget about it? But there is also a couple of products which I won't buy anymore, and I'll tell you why. One of them is Estee Lauder, which I had for some time. It's kind of difficult to open somehow. It's not as easy as this. Or Dior one. It's just you put it on, but it sits firmly, so somehow they made this just so also color range, the tones, they're more kind of yellowish for me. They're not, and they don't do the same job as these two. They're equally good, but I still have one preference, and I'll tell you what it is. And there is also one by Charlotte Tilbury, which is called Magic Away, which I think it's not worth the hype. So to me, if I was to add, and if you treat this video, please do, as addition to mine yesterday I did on concealers, this is the one that I don't think it's worth the hype, though it's quite nice to have in a bag, isn't it? It's lovely, it's well presented. Her marketing team, they're very clever. The way they present things, they make you want to buy stuff, which is fine. That's why I bought a little bit more again from Charlotte Tilbury, and I'll tell you later. But this one I'm not gonna repurchase because it's just a concealer. It's very difficult to open. I don't know why they've done it so tight. It's just you really need to be strong to open it. Comfortable thing is that little sponge and the measured dosage. You see, I haven't used much here. It's just measured that. I don't know how much of product there, but I think it is quite expensive for what it is. It's just a concealer, though it's quite useful to use, and I don't think it has light reflecting properties. I've already smudged it actually, but there was a Flash Illuminizer, which I will compare. This is just a concealer. It's just a concealer. I'm not sure if I was happy with the color either. It's more kind of yellow, on the yellow side for me, so I won't repurchase that. The two favorite ones that I treat both as concealer and primer and highlighter to some degree, this is obviously older. This has been, I think it's the first of that concept that came out from Yves Saint Laurent, and I very much like it. It's beautiful. It hasn't got, however, the properties like this Dior Flash Illuminizer. This one came a bit later, came out on the market, and I think they worked through formula quite well, better than this. To me, it's softer. It's more blurry, and it's got better in terms of in terms of texture and how it feels. I like this one more. I like Duo Flash Luminizer more. So I don't know if it helps, but I do need to apologize for disrupting the actual structure of the video, because that would be it would slightly change the position where I put things. In terms of not worth the hype, I think this is not worth the hype. It's just a concealer with a quite comfortable it's nothing magic about it, it's just concealer. But if I was to stay with just one, I still feel that this as a concealer works very well. It really is good for overall on your face. And there is some concept, a new one, and that you don't actually need a full foundation. You can just use concealer and just blur it up with a brush. And this one is as a concealer and primer and highlighter. This is superb. This is absolutely superb product. I can't do without. And for the life of mine, I can't explain how did I omit that sort of category or this kind of group of my products, which is pen concealers, from my yesterday review, for which I apologize. But hopefully I'll be more careful next time and do probably better preparation. But okay, have a pleasant weekend, and I see you later. Bye.